Day 3 going to the Alamo.
We started off our day heading out from the campground and headed west towards San Antonio and the Alamo.
We came across this overlook, so we thought we'd stop and check it out.
But before heading into the Alamo, we figured we'd stop and check out Buc-ee's. We took some time to wander and take a look at the grounds and exhibits before heading into the church.
Original canyon. Look at the huge big ball into a 3-pound ball. Wheel them into place and shoot them.
What was in there? Mama, what was in there?
Oh no, guys, looking.
Oh, what's that green light?
They found copper leaf in this walls, which there's no copper in this area in Texas, so they had to have brought it with them. That's the reason.
Oh, what's that green light for?
There's a tour guide in there pointing at
So that
things.
was the baptistry. Originally 220 originals, that was the baptistry, the confessional over there. During the Battle of the Alamo, these rooms served as power mobilizations for three cannons. The base of the church bell tower is right access to the two rectangles on the hill. Alright, and then 3 was the sanctuary, 4 was another sanctuary, 5 was the nave, that's this part, and then 6 was the apse.
What is maps?
I have no idea. I'm not Catholic, I have no idea.
Oh. So basically, Ethan,
This was the baptistry.
is this where you come to get baptized?
priests prepare for services.
Hello.
Hello. Can you tell us any interesting facts?
Well, sure. This building is 80% original. This is what we would call the church, and it is a part of the Alamo complex, the Alamo Fort. So a lot of people call this building the Alamo because it's one of just really the only building that's still standing, that's still surviving. This building is special in that we have survivors that were inside of here that saw what happened inside of these rooms. Those survivors, a lot of them were women and children, families of some of the Alamo defendants. Those survivors would have been in the room right behind that wall, right there. The only way to get to that room would be to enter the front doors and to go all the way, hug the wall right there, go all the way around and enter through the doorway right there. It's a very well protected spot. Let's take it a step back. How knowledgeable are you guys about the Battle of the Alamo, or just this time period? What do you know about the Alamo?
It's probably been since high school since I remember any of that. Yeah.
I'll just tell you a little more about what's going on here, though.
Yeah.
You see that ledge up there? It's like a little ledge to the wall. That's how high the back wall went back then. So the areas above it's not original. The roof is also not original. You can see the different materials, right? So this middle area did not have a roof. But where that ledge is in the back, the Mexican army, before the Texians captured the Alamo, they would have built a dirt ramp right there. And that dirt ramp would have inclined all the way to the front doorway, the front entrance. But the reason that ramp was so steep, so long rather, is because they wheeled cannons up it. They would have been 3-4 pound cannons up there pointing that way. So the front of the church does face inside of the compound. And this wall is a part of the eastern wall of the fort. One of our men up here on these cannons would have been Alamo Dickinson. Alamo Dickinson is important in that his wife is here. His wife is hiding in the room right there while he is fighting on top of the ramp. In his wife's arms was her 18-month-old baby, Angela. Another father that was on top of the ramp was Gregorio Esparza. He's a native Tejano resident, a person of Mexican descent, was born and raised here in San Antonio. He is also raising arms against the Mexican government. He believes in the same thing that these American colonists believe. Hiding inside of the sacristy room would have been his wife and children. One of his children, Enrique Esparza, was 8 years old. And Enrique Esparza would be the last Alamo survivor to pass away sometime in the 1880s or 1890s. But for the very first time, when he's a very old man, he's interviewed. Somebody in San Antonio found him, and wow, there's somebody that's still alive that was here. Let's go interview him, let's go ask what he saw. And when he was a very old man, for the first time, he revealed that during the battle up here, he peeked outside the doorway. He saw his father on top of the ramp. He saw his father fall. He saw his father get shot and killed. He says that memory was burned in his mind for the rest of his life. There's a lot of suffering that happened inside of these rooms. There are bones buried underneath our feet, not from the Battle of the Alamo, but from when this place was a mission. It used to be a very standard practice to bury people in holy ground. People would bury bodies inside of churches back then. So this is a religious building. It's also a building that has a lot of suffering and strife that happened in these rooms. It's the birthplace of Texas liberty. It's a shrine of Texas, is what we call this place.
Well, thank you very much. That was very informative.
Yeah. At 11:30, we'll finally stop. If you want to join us, but I'm actually going to head that way now.
All right.
So,
Thank you very much.
yeah, take care, y'all.
So the slope with the cannons on top, that's the building you're in right now. The cannons would have been up there. Yeah.
Well, none of this exists anymore. It's all been torn down. Now it's streets and it's back a long time ago, it used to look like that. And this was before. Yeah. And then so this building is really old.
Okay, folks, so we are the living history staff here at the Alamo. We're going to cover the primary firearm that you would have seen used in this siege and battle, and that is the smoothbore musket. Now, this is a soldier's weapon. Now, if any man joined the regular army during this period and he's placed in line infantry, this is the weapon he will be issued. These are what we call smoothbore flintlock muzzle loading firearms. So the battlefield of this period is about speed of loading. And that is why we use this weapon over the rifle. Now, because everything is muzzle loaded with a rifled firearm, it was very difficult because of the rifling and the bore of the weapon. It was hard pushing the ball down the barrel. In fact, you have to pound it in. So a rifled firearm can take up to a minute to load with one shot. And that's way too long in the battlefield. But the trained soldier with the musket in the line, he must load his musket under 20 seconds. So he should be getting 3, possibly 4 shots a minute compared to 1 with the rifle. And as I said before, the battlefield is speed of loading. If you can fire more lead at the enemy, you're going to drive them off and capture the field. That's more important. Now, the morning of this battle, we know that all the men in the Alamo, all of them, had several muskets and or rifles loaded next to them that morning. They're just grabbing and firing as quick as they could. But we need to know how. Shoulder, arms. They go to the weapon to the left shoulder. That tells the officer that they're loaded and ready to go. And the quickest time on the field, this must be done in 20 seconds. It can be difficult because you are being shot at, however.
It smells like a very kind of loud.
After seeing the Alamo, we took some time to stroll around the Riverwalk.
might be good to get them there.
After leaving San Antonio, we struck out west towards Monaghan State Park for our campsite for the night. The sandhills at this state park were one of the coolest things we saw on this trip.
We got here just in time to catch some really pretty pictures of the sunset. After we got set up, we grabbed a quick dinner because it had already gotten dark.
And we had some pretty interesting visitors after the sun went down.
After enjoying the stars, we called it a night to get ready for the next day.